Today, from Seattle, Washington, it's Week 9 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Los Angeles Rams.
Well, no trip to the Northwest would be complete without a little rain, and we've got a lot of rain falling right now at Lumen Field in downtown Seattle. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Los Angeles Rams. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They will be led out by a second-round pick in 2019. Out of Missouri, it's Drew Lock.
And I think if you ask most folks to give you their first-half MVP, very likely they're going to say it's this man right here. The NFL's leader in touchdown passes to this point in the season. Still 2 months to go, but if he keeps going to the pace he's at, it's going to be a dangerous team come January, and he could very well walk away with the MVP.
And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, pulled it in. A big play there on the first play of the game.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Lock, rolling to his left. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
On 2nd and inches, Lock, caught right side, Tate. And the Seahawks are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
On 2nd and goal, Lock. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's 3rd and goal. Now Lock again. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense. Just flooded the field with defensive backs. Blanketed everyone. Took away all the passing angles. Thus, the incompletion.
And it bangs off the right upright. No good. And this will remain a scoreless game. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. That's out to the flat for Akers. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. He's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Working with 2nd and 5 now. Back to throw here. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Room here to run. Touchdown, LA. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Rams are going to take a first-quarter lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. They're at the halfway point of the season, Charles, 8-0. What a great start. Clearly a Super Bowl contender, if not the outright favorite, through 2 months to win the whole thing.
Well, there aren't too many bad things you can say right now because this team is playing pretty well. They've had a couple of injuries. That could plague them down the stretch. But their intensity doesn't waver. I think the road to the Super Bowl is going to go through them in the playoffs. And if you're on their road, things could be bumpy for you.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Now a play fake, and here's Locke. Flush to his right. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. A big pick up there on the scramble.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is...
And this is caught. Touchdown. DK Metcalf. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Point after, right down the middle. And it will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. A 6-2 is their record through the first 8 weeks. Now, Charles, what is your assessment for them in the second half of the season?
Well, I think that the road gets a little bit tougher for them. And when I look at their schedule, I see some of these road games, and I know those are going to be difficult. But this is a good team, so I'm going to go with 11-5. That seems about right, and I think that'd be a nice accomplishment, too.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 6 catches, 70 yards.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is the #1 rated defense in the NFL. He'll have a tough time.
4 yards remain for 2nd down. They'll toss this right side to Cam Akers. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. So holding on the return, and that's going to back him up to start the drive.
He was trying to get the job done correctly, just trying to clear a little space for his returner. Ended up getting a little too much jersey and hooked the guy, hence the flag.
On 1st down, Locke steps away to his left. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
Throwing on 1st down is Locke. Out to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. So, CD, you look at this offense and what they've been able to do. 8-0, perfect through the first 2 months of the year. Second half of the season still to come. We get that. But what kind of a percentage chance do you think that they have of running the table?
Partner, I think it's hard to say because history would tell us that
he's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big connection on that one. 34 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Locke going to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. He'll buy some time right. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. A minute 55 left to go in the first half of play. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, all right, Brandon. Thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. We'll start with an NFC West battle down in the Valley of the Sun. Arizona visiting San Francisco. And it's the Niners who have the lead as those two teams play the second quarter. The 49ers still in a dogfight, but this would be a good victory for them if they could get it. From there, we head east to check out the Jets at home at MetLife Stadium. And things didn't work out so well as they fall to the visiting New England Patriots. Mac Jones, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting Carolina Panthers. Justin Herbert with 2 touchdown passes. Meanwhile, in our game, each team able to manage just 1 touchdown apiece. 7-7 is our score. And for the call of the second half, we send it back to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Taking it about the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Rams offense ready to begin quarter number 3. It's a tied football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
And the Seahawks defense gets to him and they bring him down. Jadeveon Clowney. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. They'll drop to throw. He'll dump this off to Akers. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Toward the sideline, did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. He's such a good route runner, shows it there on 3rd down, very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Going right back to Akers. And the result here the same as the last play. Another tackle behind the line of scrimmage by this Seahawk defense. 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here's Jamie Gillen now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They look to throw. It's Locke. Dancing to his left. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Steps away. And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. 3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. To throw it is Locke. On the move to his left. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
Under the category of obvious, you hate giving up a first down on 3rd and long. And somehow he finds his way downfield and picks it up.
If you look at the coverage defensively, this is great. But no one accounted for him at the quarterback spot.
At some point, you actually have to tackle it and get him on the ground short of the first down marker.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. Pretty good timing. He waited just enough for that post play to develop and laid it right in there.
And you know what a lot of teams do when they decide to throw a post route? Because it's a little bit longer developing play. They max protect. Bring everyone in, keep the tight end in, an extra back to make sure the quarterback has time to deliver the football.
2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Going to throw deep for the end zone. That one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Again, it's Locke. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. fielded just outside the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. L.A. set to take over again on offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made. And that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Well, the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Now it's Lockett. So that one will be accepted. So we'll get the penalty all sorted out when we get back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They fake the handoff, now Locke. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Here they come, 2nd and 10 now from the 10. Play action. Now it's Locke. Rolling to his right. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
On play action, Locke. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A big connection on that one. 35 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. He's going to let it go again. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards. That last throw right there putting him already over 3,000 passing yards now for the campaign.
And given where we are in the season, Brandon, you have to think to yourself, if he stays healthy, I think 4,000's a given. I think 5,000 is not out of...
And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Seahawks add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point hooks a bit, but it's up and good. And it's now 21-7. the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Now the LA offense ready for this next possession. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
2nd and 2. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Again, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Porter. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other.
At the Seahawks 48-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
Back to throw again. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 7 yards, the pickup there. Clock continuing to roll as the Rams try to get going again. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Now back to throw. And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're going to look to throw. A big touchdown, Rams. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So with just over a minute to play, this becomes a make-or-break onside kick. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They'll actually throw it with Locke. Buying time to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Locke to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is caught inside the 5. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Now Locke. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. To throw is Locke. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny.
And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. So all eyes on this Rams offense. Down by 2 touchdowns. At time, a huge factor. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a 1st down. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Here's a 2nd and 7. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. On the throw led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Well, they've certainly had trouble unlocking this defense through 3.5 quarters, so I don't expect it to get any easier now. You know they're going to be sitting back and waiting on everything, and they force an incompletion there.
Facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off down near the 5. And the Seahawks come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. So the victory here for Seattle, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Seahawks, the train just keeps rolling. 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Arizona Cardinals next week. Meanwhile, for L.A., the loss will drop them to 6-3 now.